The biggest tip for just riding around in a city, which I think goes for just about any city you're living in, is generally 90% of the time, just chill. Just ride chill, man. Well, see, I say that 90% of the time. Like I said, 90% of the time. Sometimes you gotta be ready. Yeah, man, look at that view. Yeah, most of the time when you're riding around in a city, just ride chill. I hear a lot of people say that riding a bike in San Francisco is the absolute worst, or it's crazy, or whatever. I mean, honestly, it's never been any more different than riding in any other city. The biggest difference is just the roads aren't really made for lane splitting. But my biggest tip for riding around in the city is just, or congested urban environment, whatever you want to call it, is just chill. As much as you can, just chill. There's too many cars, too many people walking around, too many driveways, blind turns, corners. That's the first thing. And then people are just stuck in traffic, so they are always way more ape shit, more tense, more aggro. People will just cut over at any random time, just trying to get ahead of traffic. So just chill. Your best bet, above everything else, is to just chill. Just chill when you're riding in the city. You're already on a bike, you know what I'm saying? You're already having more fun than everyone else around you. Get the zoomies out, in the back roads, on the highway. I don't recommend going 120 down the fucking highway either, unless it's really clear, but, you know, that's another story. Like, I'm never gonna say don't speed because, well, ain't nobody ever got a motorcycle to go slow, I don't think. You gotta feed your need for speed responsibly. That's all. That's less good. Second thing about being riding in a city, you gotta be prepared for just about everything. That doesn't mean being super tense and being scared of everything, but you just have to have that calm readiness. Yeah, you see what I mean? You just gotta be looking ahead. I guess that's a part of being ready for anything. You gotta be looking ahead as much as possible, because what you're looking at is the back of that car in front of you. You're never gonna be prepared for what's coming up. But I guess that's part of the fun of riding around in the city. There's so many different variables you have to be watching out for. It's just like everything's a big obstacle course. This is definitely why I would say they're probably the next big thing, or the next best advice for riding around in the city. Definitely do some drills. Oh my god, something smells amazing. Oh, that's what it is. Fuck, that smells good. Shit. Smells like chicken. I wish I could convey the smells to you right now. I can't. Smells a lot better than it looks. The biggest help to riding around in a city is definitely doing some advanced parking lot drills. Because no matter how fast you think you are, or how fast you can actually ride, 90% of your time in the city is going to be spent relatively slow. Or it should be spent relatively slow. And if there's any time the bike is most unstable, it's when you're going slow. You might not think you need them, but if you've never practiced them, then you have no idea how much it helps you. And if you have ever practiced them, well, then you know how much they can help you. Also this. Be prepared for anything. Sometimes the roads get under construction. People come speeding back up on you. Other people want to just cross the road randomly. Do you think bicyclists are bike curious? Waka 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 waka. It was not luck. Maybe a little bit of luck, but mostly not. Watch out, Jesus fucking Christ. then, like I said, be ready for anything. Those cars have like 50 cameras on them, and I don't know. The other guy could see, I don't know, man. Who knows what car drivers are thinking? More distracted than ever, like, for fuck's sakes. Like, what was that? I don't know. And finally, when it comes to lane splitting in the city, yeah, that's really up to you. You gotta take that by a case basis. And it depends on the city that you're in, too. But generally, if you feel comfortable doing it, then go for it. If your lanes are wide enough, and it's not so much of a hassle, I don't do it a lot at least in San Francisco, because the streets here are not very wide, so most times there's not enough space, or at least it's too much effort, and I'm lazy for not that much gain. I will say though, since we are on a bike, and you're in the city, you know, you do somewhat questionable gray area type deal, well, I'm not gonna hold it against you either. You do what you gotta do. Oh, train tracks. Avoid train tracks like the fucking plague. That is the other things I would say. Or at least these ones. Going parallel with this shit is just a fucking... That's just a trap. I think those are maybe top 3 things that I'm most afraid of. Somebody rear-ending me. Because anything happening in front of me I can see. Shit happening behind me is a little bit more difficult. And the train tracks. Traction on that shit so quick, it's like ridiculous. I will say though, at the very least, if you're not gonna split lanes, in some states it's definitely not allowed, or people are way more triggered by it than in other states, I would at least always pull off on the side. That hopefully, if somebody does get distracted on their fucking phone, they have at least some space to hit the car instead of you. Because that would be a bad day for the car, but that's potentially life-ending for us, so. See, like that can happen at any second, so just be ready for it. Don't get mad at them. You just gotta be ready for it. Just always know that that's a possibility, that in a long line of cars like that, somebody's definitely gonna try to cut out. I guess that would be the other tip I would have for city riding. Do not expect people to see you. I see a lot of videos where people are getting super emotional and upset and like, oh God, you didn't see blah, blah, blah. Like, yo, bro. Cars do it to other cars all the time. All the time. Cars hit other cars all the time. They cut each other off. They try to hit each other. They try to beat semis. They try to beat trains. It's like, guys, cars do it to cars. Okay? Can't expect it. It's great when people do see you, of course. But, I mean, drivers are more distracted now than ever. Cars are ever more comfortable, which just makes people have an even more false sense of security. A disconnection from the world around them, which just makes them completely apathetic. Like standard Corvette stuff, I guess. So, anyways, that's my biggest advice for riding around the city. Most of all, just chill. Whatever you're doing, just chill. I mean, most people walking around don't give two shits about bike. I'd say a good half of them probably just hate it. So, if you think you're trying to impress somebody, you're probably not. You may or may not care about that. Which is also good, because you shouldn't. It's not that you can't have any fun riding around the city. I think it can be fun. I mean, fuck man. Just riding on a bike is fun. Save the speed for somewhere else. You don't want to kill anybody. Look at that. There's a lot of families walking around. Old folk. They didn't sign up for this, so. Anyways, it's been a while since I've made any sort of a moto vlog. My mic was all messed up, so I hadn't gotten around to replacing it, and then I remembered that the Cardo came with a second mic, so I decided to set that one up. And it looks like it's working now, so cool. We can have yet another person randomly talking about random shit on the internet. But I guess you could take heart that I am not trying to rage bait you or do anything other than just provide at least some decent advice to anyone who's looking to get into riding. Maybe you have some questions. What are you doing? That's the wrong signal. There you go. Okay, fucking A. Anyways, if you stuck around this long, fucking A, I'm surprised. Thanks, and hopefully you've enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.